I was called to medicine. You know, when I started college, I had no idea exactly what I was going to do. Maybe I was going to study law. And then I took a course. It was called Biology for Non-Science Majors. So you know I was not thinking about medicine. And, you know, the teacher was so good. When she laid out the biologic processes, I just really was captivated. Every test that I took, I got 100. I never got 100 on a test before, and this was happening all the time. So at the end of the course, she says, why don't you become a doctor? And it's like no one had ever asked me before. As a matter of fact, no one had suggested what I should do. And I just said yes, because, you know, just to be asked, that was such an honor. That was such a lead. I just took the lead and I said yes. I had no idea what I was getting into. My mother was a nurse. But I just knew she wore a white dress, she wore a white cap, and she would go to work every day. She had multiple jobs. That's all I knew about nursing. You know, she had these books that said how to lay the tray for an operation. And I would look at those books. I'd be fascinated by it. But I did not put myself in the context of being a doctor. What I did like, though, was the science. I did like that biology course. I did like the biologic processes. I did like learning that. So I thought that, okay, since I like the material, I'll just become a doctor and do that. So I had no concept of what doctoring was when I did it. And that's why I believe I was called, because it was not something I chose. It really was something that chose me. And I had to learn after that point how to be a doctor.